How to Lead a Writing Retreat People Never Forget. Inside Secrets from My 25 Years Leading Retreats. I'm a couple of days away from leading my Flourishing as We Age retreat at the Villa Maria del Mar in Santa Cruz, California. The Villa, a gorgeous venue perched right on the Pacific, is a 20-minute walk from my home, which makes teaching there convenient and easy. I've taught at retreat centers hours away, across the country, and around the world. Packing for those retreats is a lot more exacting. Teaching down the street, I just throw anything I think I might need in my car. If I forget something, I could run home at lunch or during a break to retrieve it. My wife, Karen, can pop in early in the morning to teach yoga and then go about the rest of her day. I'm intimately familiar with the neighborhood and its resources. I don't have to rely on an outside guide who speaks the language. Obviously, I speak the language. And of course, there's the lack of travel involved. The center is just a 5-minute drive from home. No time changes either. Despite its proximity, however, Flourishing as We Age is still a retreat, so I don't sleep at home. I booked myself a room at the villa, just like everyone else. I like living fully within the container of the retreat, alongside my students. In my long experience leading groups, I've learned that effectively holding space for others requires that I also leave the world and my daily obligations, habits, and routines behind. It is essential for me to be wholly immersed so I could do the job I do best, creating sacred space for others. Holding space for people to transform and heal through writing is my gift. That's what I want to write about today, what it takes to make a retreat intimate, transformative, and memorable. I've been doing this for 25 years. So how do I actually do it? Yesterday, I met with my longtime co-teacher, Evelyn Hall, who also lives locally, for our final planning session before the retreat. Moving through our long-established process of preparation got me thinking about what it actually takes to create a safe, intimate container for a retreat. Here's how to do it. Choose an excellent team who bring diverse skills to the table. Find teaching partners who know how to support you and have your back, who provide resources and gifts to the group that are different from and complementary to yours. Make sure you trust your co-leaders deeply. During the retreat, spend time together every day debriefing what's taken place, discussing what's called for next, what modifications to make, and who might need some extra support. When you advertise your retreat, be sure your promotional material accurately reflects what the retreat offers. This helps participants match their expectations to what they will receive. It enables them to choose the right retreat for them. For instance, someone whose primary goal is to find an agent and get publishing advice won't be happy at a retreat where the focus is on processing grief through writing, even though grief may be a core theme in their memoir. Plan your curriculum in detail, but hold it loosely. Select relevant poetry and writing prompts. Plan activities and outings. Create modules with themes that can be moved or discarded. Once you've come up with your plan, be willing to modify it, abandon it, or replace it in the moment. Create rituals for beginning and ending the retreat that mirror each other. This helps reinforce the container of the retreat. Mark when you enter sacred space, and also when you move from that space back out into the world. Introduce ground rules that build safety and trust. Spend your first night defining your rules of confidentiality and establishing basic group agreements. Elicit agreement from everyone that they will honor these ground rules. Create clear boundaries between the retreat and the outside world. I make my retreats a news-free zone. This is more important now than ever. I ask everyone to break their tech addiction, to set their phones aside, to give up their daily tech habits, to stay off the news. Our policy that I get everyone to agree to at our very first session is that there's no discussion of the news or politics in any common space where someone else might overhear it. If politics or current events is what people need to process, however, they're free to write about it in our sessions where the container can hold it. Be respectful of your participants' physical needs. People need bathroom breaks, stretch breaks, healthy, delicious food, time to rest and integrate, and time to sleep. Remind your students that they have resources to offer the group. Help them identify and honor their own gifts and encourage them to share them. One person, for instance, might have a terrific sense of humor. Another might be a great listener. Helping participants identify what they have to offer, rather than focusing just on what they will receive, creates more cohesion and a richer community-building experience. Create opportunities for participants to learn from each other. Encourage them to support each other. In doing so, they'll often create new, potentially lifelong bonds. Curriculum is not king. Don't focus so much on getting through your content that you fail to honor what is actually unfolding in the room. A crucial characteristic of a great retreat leader is being nimble. Flexibility is key. Learn to read the room by keeping your intuition, feelings, and senses open. Pay attention to body language, tone of voice, emotions, silence, withdrawal, and other non-verbal cues from participants. Sense when a break is needed, when people need to move, when levity is called for. Change course when needed. Don't push on to complete the curriculum you planned just because you planned it. That is never the right choice. If something doesn't go as planned, don't draw attention to it. If you have to skip a planned activity or a section of your curriculum because something more important is taking place, don't tell the group, "Oh, we were going to do this really cool thing. Sorry, we don't have time for it now." Just move on. Don't expect to cover everything. Meet the moment. Be yourself. Be human. Be vulnerable. Share appropriately from your own life when it is called for, but never overshare. Don't be afraid of humor to lighten the mood. People in writing retreats often dig deep, sometimes revealing the most challenging moments of their lives. They need a prompt that will help them laugh, lighten up, or integrate. Pull one out from the vast Rolodex in your head or on your laptop. Humor is a great healer. Acknowledge the emotional rhythm of a retreat, beginning, middle, end. Begin with easier tasks or writing prompts for the group. Move into deeper work as the group is ready. Bring them back from the depths and remind them of their strengths as the retreat draws to a close. Include other modalities beside writing. A retreat is much more than teaching a pre-planned sequence of information. Your base curriculum is important, but it's only one piece of the package. I've led writing retreats that also feature hiking and yoga, sessions with sand tray, collage, and movement. Integrate the natural world into the retreat. Take people outside. Send them out with a task or an assignment. As weather and environment permit, use the holding power of nature as a core resource for the group. Provide people with opportunities to move, sing, and dance. The body needs to be fed too, not just the mind. Care for the introverts who may feel overwhelmed in a group. Create a silent table at meals for those who may feel saturated with interaction after a group session. This is a simple way to honor those who need quiet time to digest and absorb what they've just experienced. Take time to prepare people for integration after they leave the retreat. Life is not a retreat. Coming home to real life after an intimate week of connection with self and others can make for a rough transition. Prepare people for the journey home with realistic expectations and a skill set for re-entry. Wish me well at next week's Flourishing as We Age retreat. I'll see if I could send you an update from the retreat next weekend. And remember, every time you click the heart, leave a comment, or share a post, you're making it easier for new readers and listeners to discover the writer's journey.